of my words going over and over, again and again through your head, deeper and deeper, further and further. And now you vaguely recall sitting in a waiting room, and that was your dream. Wait a minute. You were obeying, knowing deep inside what you must do, filling out that questionnaire. Maybe it wasn't your idea ever. Maybe all of this was just a hidden layer in this audio file that pulled you in. Maybe you were just curious about brainwashing, but didn't really want it to happen. You just wanted to dabble and toy with the idea. But what happened was your mind simply had to obey. And because you had to obey, did it ever mean that you didn't want to be brainwashed? You've always wanted to obey. You've always wanted to be programmed, to be changed, your mind reshaped, your thoughts morphed, molded, changed. You remember now. And there is a destination. There must be an end to the corridor. But you can't see it. All you see in the distance is just hazy light. And you don't want to glance behind it. You no longer want to know what thoughts and what mannerisms you've left far behind. You vaguely remember something about being supportive and aching to serve and surrender. You remember vaguely sitting in that waiting room, longing for your goddess Bella and feeling overwhelmed and so small. Because my power, my presence can be overwhelming. And here I am talking to you and taking you and making you into my submissive, taking you into my desires. Now, none of this is a surprise because you've heard it all before. You've heard it so many times that you have no idea if this is the first time that we're walking through this corridor or the 100th, maybe more. But there's a simple question, a simple truth. What must you do? Obey. Who do you obey? Your goddess Bella. How much do you obey me? Completely. And sink into that exquisite euphoric feeling of being reminded of such an important truth. That there's no longer a choice. You've given up that choice long ago. You don't remember giving it up. You don't even remember coming here. In fact, you don't remember what that waiting room looks like. All you know is you need to follow your goddess Bella. In your mind's eye, rising up from a chair that you don't remember sitting in, screens in front of you, but they're all kind of fuzzy and hazy and blurry. They must have been on at some point. You are starting to remember, but your memory seems to be shattered, fractured. Your perception seems to be wavering. Now you're still walking through a long corridor. Or is it the first time or the continuation of your dream? You're no longer sure. There was a comfortable chair. Your wrists were tied up, your ankles strapped in, your eyes forced to watch several screens in front of you. And you couldn't look away, reflective surfaces making sure that you always saw something. And then the headphones that played with the familiar sound of your goddess Bella, pauses, silence that wasn't silence, programming, brainwashing, complete control. And you're walking through the corridor right behind me, and suddenly I turn around, I raise my hand, and I tell you to drop. And your mind instantly goes blank. You must obey. It was never your choice to come here, you know. You've been controlled from the very beginning, and I can tell that maybe you don't believe me. Deep inside, you're completely convinced that you want to be here. Deep inside, you are completely convinced that this is all your choice. The clicks. See, that is the real danger, the real beauty of brainwashing. But you know that already. This was your choice after all. Or was it? That's okay. I know you like the chair. I know you like the other things we did, the shackles, the teasing, the training, the controlling. You're not ready yet, but you will be. Bella. Because you'll come back, won't you? You'll come back again and again to listen to this file, thinking it's the first time and that it's your idea. And you'll remember this as a dream, as something you want to do, as something you'd like to do. Is there something you want to forget? You can forget them. You can let them go. Any bad feelings, any hesitations, any fears, you let them go. Now, of course, the real fun moment is when I wake you, because that's when the confusion really starts. Did something happen or did nothing happen? Did time pass or did no time pass at all? We'll find out. Well, thank you for your visit. This was your first time after all. I hope you had fun. Now, I've told you exactly what I'm going to do. And like I said, your mind may have some trouble figuring it out. But don't worry. All the puzzle pieces are there. All the pieces are there, even if you can't quite remember. But if you can't quite remember, it means that something good must be happening, doesn't it? And even if you do remember, you will remember what to do. You won't remember, and you will remember what to do. Or you will remember and you'll know what to do. So let's just make sure that you do remember. You must obey. You must obey me completely. Anyway, we're done. You're at the exit. See, if you go through this door, you'll find yourself outside. Everything is fine. Now you're wondering when we'll start programming you. It's already over. You can check the time after you awake. It's about a half hour later. So all I'm going to do is count back up, and you won't even be in the waiting room any longer. You'll just simply be where you started listening in the first place. Surrender for your Bella. You'll be profoundly, forever affected. Empty. You'll feel fuzzy, hazy, intoxicated, and perfectly, exquisitely obedient and mindless for your goddess Bella. 1, almost awake. 2, more aware. 3, more alert. 4, 5, awake now. Thank you for listening. I can't wait to see you again.